Hi, everyone. This is Ian Donovan from TopCon Solutions. I have with me today David Campbell, one of our senior application specialists, and Paul Stuva, our technical services manager. And given the circumstances that we're facing today, the TopCon Solutions team and I wanted to take some time to inform our customers of some ways that they can collaborate from anywhere, both internally as well as externally with outside consultants. We're also going to touch on best practices for accessing your Autodesk products from home as well, both for named user and for multi-user products. Now, with this being said, the first solution that comes to my mind when we talk about collaboration is Autodesk BIM 360 Design. BIM 360 Design is a product that a lot of our customers have been using for quite some time now, but there still are a lot of folks out there that are not sure of what the solution does and how it can be used as a collaboration tool. Um, with that being said, I'm going to let David, our senior application specialist, talk a little bit more on BIM 360 Design and the solution itself. David?
Well, thank you, Ian. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm here to talk with you guys a little bit about BIM 360 and how we can help enable everyone through some powerful workflows. And of course, the first part we got to start out with this is BIM 360 document management and BIM 360 design. So with design, you're going to see that Revit Cloud work sharing. We're also going to see the civil capability, civil 3D capability. So you're going to see controlled cloud work sharing there. You're going to see, of course, that document management module. Everything is built off of document management. The thing is with that, it's going to allow us to, like I said, kind of share that information with everyone. You can collaborate as needed in terms of setting permissions so individuals can access certain information or they cannot access certain information. You can lock your different files as needed to let them know, you have a check-in, check-out kind of procedure in those files and folders. And then with design itself, it gives you the capability to specify exactly what you're going to push up, right? Whether you're working inter-office, you're collaborating inter-office, and you want everyone working on the same model, it's going to enable you to do that whether you're in the office or at home, kind of as we all are right now. But let's also say that you need to collaborate outside of your office. So any external sources. So in that sense, you're going to be able to specify the information that you're sharing there as well with packages, right? And then going through visually inspecting your different versions, enabling you to go ahead and specify, well, just make sure that you have the most up-to-date information. This here, I just wanted to kind of bring up a snippet of the interface itself. So there you're seeing that the project files, and we're going to have plan files and project files. Okay. And in those, you're going to have the capability to store your different models or PDFs, your different information, let's say civil 3D, AutoCAD sheets, anything like that. We can store them up and version control those as well. Okay. Now, I kind of brought this up earlier, but those folder permissions control who has access. So in that sense, your team can start restricting access for the different scopes of work. So you can really set up your workflows that you would use in your office here in document management with these folders. Now, a big part of this is, again, those workflows that I kind of talked about. You can either create these packages and share that information in, let's say, milestones, right? Doing the typical kind of workflows, or as we're starting to see a lot of times now, you need to work on these these projects together, right, in our office. And we still need to be able to work on this model together as a team, making these changes and updating that. So this is where we can actually, let's say, connect the data through live linking, right, or create a package, share it, review it, and consume it. Okay. Now, this is something I did want to also talk about. This is not as big of a deal, but in a sense of tracking. So in this sense, I wanted to show the timeline of design collaboration just because it does give you a way to go through and actually track the information, the packages that are created, the information that's being used, consumed, and shared. Okay, and anybody has the possibility to kind of navigate. So I do like this 3D viewer here below. Anybody has the access to navigate through these complex 3D models and get the information that they need. So making sure that everybody is connected, everybody has the up-to-date version. I mean, that's the biggest thing that we can think of for collaborating, of course, making sure that all of the data is there and it's correct. And with that, um, I did want to talk about the desktop connector. So your desktop connector is free. Okay, it is freely available. And this is what you use to connect your desktop to the cloud. You want to connect Civil 3D to collaborate within BIM 360, you need the desktop connector. It's the same thing with Revit. Okay. Essentially, once you have that desktop connector, you're going to notice that you have access to any of these projects through your File Explorer. Okay, or through your home screen of whether it's a Civil 3D or Revit, you're going to have the capability to go up. Now, I did want to talk another workflow too. So we know that you need design to collaborate from, let's say, Revit to create packages, publish and consume information, but also, your central model, things like that. Now, we can utilize document management with the desktop connector to just store models within BIM 360. In that sense, one person can still get in, access that model, do all their updates as they need to, and just push it back up as they're done. And then someone else, if they needed to, could access that model. Now that is a kind of disconnected workflow, but it is there. It is a very, very nice and useful workflow, especially with everything going on. Now, what are the benefits of using this? Well, right now you're going to see everybody's working from home, right? A lot of people are working from home, and we still need to collaborate. We still want that information there. I don't want people working in older models and wasting time. So we get that this is a single source of truth. You have your controlled Revit work sharing across your teams, no matter where they are. You're going to see faster, more efficient collaboration through the cloud. Your models are going to load faster. You're not having to VPN in and experiencing different lags or farm out your information so you can try to navigate through them easier and faster. Okay, you're going to have coordination that you can deliver with this. And then, of course, you're able to track that project activity, the file version history, and those packages. And again, you are able to access your project data anytime, anywhere. Another thing that's not really on here that I did want to talk about is getting back to business as usual, right? So this is a pretty big disruption in our industry, and we're seeing a lot of people kind of on these islands, these technical islands, right? And we want to connect them all together, but we don't really want this huge learning curve, right? A lot of time that you have to spend trying to learn anything new, it's a time sink. With this solution here, what you're going to see is that once these models are hosted in the cloud, it's business as usual again, in saying that you're just accessing the files from this location. Once they're all put up there, and again, it can host any size of model, any size project you guys can push up there and upload. So once they're there, once the links are established, you can go through and just keep working as your links update, your model updates, and so forth. All right, so with that, I'm going to hand this over to Paul Stuva, who is going to help you guys kind of talk about assigning users and accessing this to start collaborating. Paul?
Thanks, David. And this is Ian, real quick. I just wanted to also chime in after you discussing BIM 360 design as a collaborative solution for our customers, and thank you for doing so. I think you made a lot of great points on the benefits from utilizing this platform and being able to access your projects from anywhere. I think that's a huge value proposition in leveraging this technology in the state that we're all in today. I also wanted to point out to our customers that are listening to this. Autodesk recently announced that they are extending access to BIM 360 design up until May 31st, 2020. meaning that essentially, as you would go and download a trial as usual, the standard trial is 30 days. But Autodesk has been gracious enough to extend that time period through May 31st, 2020. And they are aggressively keeping their eyes on the situation that we're all in. And that time period could potentially be extended. But as of right now, you could go sign up for a trial today and have your access extended through May 31st. So I just wanted to point that out to our customers. The idea and the whole conversation that we're having today is not to sell you BIM 360 design. It's essentially just to make you guys aware of solutions that are out there that you guys could be benefiting from and still trying to keep business as usual as much as possible. We know it's not going to be the exact same as being in the office and being with your peers, but we wanted to bring this solution to your guys' attention. For those of you that don't know about it, simply so you guys can understand that there are other ways to try to conduct business as usual as much as possible. So I just wanted to point that out. That Autodesk has extended that access, and customers can be doing this today.
All right,
Thank you,
thanks, Ian. Yeah, so hey everybody, this is Paul Stuva, Services Manager for Topcon Solutions. I work primarily with the licensing and access and program troubleshooting. And in this case, we just wanted to cover, obviously, you've heard the benefits, you've heard the why, or you're experiencing the why currently. And we want to go over making sure that you know how to assign the users, how to get access for users at home for products that they're going to be using, whether they're bringing their work laptop or machine home, or they're going to be accessing and downloading from a machine at their house. And so we'll just go real high level over exactly what's going to be going on here. So as Ian had mentioned, you can get a BIM 360 trial, and it is extended to that May 31st date. It is important to note that that trial should be started by a project or account admin, so somebody who is going to be a member of the team that is going to be assigning and managing project access. If you have everybody run out and start a trial on their own, you're going to create a disparate kind of set of users all on different sites, and they're not going to be connected. So you want to make sure that you have one person designated as kind of a team lead for it. Create that trial, start getting your project set up. User accounts are created and managed in the manage.autodesk.com site. A lot of you are already familiar because Autodesk has been migrating recently over to a named user view where we're seeing users being created and assigned product within that management portal. The users only need to be assigned product seats for BIM 360 design. That's your collaboration piece of the software. The document management acts as a sort of concurrent user pool that basically tracks users as they access and kind of keeps a tally on what's going on inside the actual BIM 360 site. So Docs is not actually assigned. It's only if you're going to be using the collaboration piece within Revit, Civil, AutoCAD. There, you're going to be assigning the seats for access to that collaboration service. Otherwise, for accessing your products and other features from home, if you're already on a named user subscription setup, you should have users created and assigned products already. Any single user or standalone seats are going to be able to be downloaded from home and installed on a local machine, and then all it takes is an Autodesk sign-in. There's no issue with doing this. Autodesk is allowing it. And you're not going to have any kind of kickback or repercussion due to over installations. It's purely managed through the user sign-in. As far as the multi-user or network licenses, it gets a little bit more complicated there, but it's still not a big headache. You can either, if you have VPN access, there are settings that can be enabled that you can call and we can go over. It's a little bit more technical, but there are VPN settings that can be allowed to get multi-user access at home, network license access. Otherwise, you can borrow licenses, as some of you are familiar, right within the product. As long as you have it open and you are accessing your server, you can borrow that license to then take it home and work off that network license server. The final option is a home use license. Home use licenses used to be pretty regular occurrences. It's where you would create a serial number for use at home when you couldn't connect to your server, as implied. The home use access, the easiest way to get access currently is through Autodesk Ava. It's the virtual platform. She is AI designed to help end users access downloads and activation information. In this case, you go to ava.autodesk.com and simply enter home use license. She'll take you right to the portal you need. As long as you have a serial number and your Autodesk account to sign in with, it should help you to generate home use licenses. Generally, you're going to want an account admin or a contract manager, so whoever is managing those licenses for your company, to do so, because they'll have that information, and it'll kick out a serial number for you that you can use to update end user machines. At that point, they act as if they're standalone for a set period of time, and then they're good to work from home. And that's really the high level point of it. There are lots of options. Usually we will, sorry about that, hopefully she can edit that. Usually we will connect with end users or with team members and admins to make this happen. It is, like I said, just a little technical. It's not a big headache. Usually takes about 20-30 minutes to do, and then it's less than 5 minutes per user to update for those multi-user network license updates.
Awesome.
Otherwise, I think that's about all I've got, guys.
Thanks, Paul. I really appreciate you taking the time to let our customers know of different ways that they can access their Autodesk products while still being remote. So thank you for doing that. And David, thank you again for talking about BIM 360 design as a solution that's out there for our customers to continue to collaborate both internally on their own projects as well as externally with consultants and things of that nature. So
Yeah.
I just want to close in saying that, TopCon Solutions is here to help our customers in any which way possible. Please do not hesitate to contact us for any of these things, whether you just want to talk about the solution some more in depth, or you need some assistance getting up and running with BIM 360 design, or if you need help getting access to your Autodesk products at home. You can contact us. Again, our phone number's on there, 800-247-1927. Call us anytime and ask us these questions. And we want to be a real solutions partner. And thank you guys for all taking the time to listen to us today.